What's up, traders? So this is a weekly outlook video for Sunday, April 14th, the week. And to kick off the week, we got to look at what news that we have going here in terms of data. Now, I will say, by the time I'm recording it, I hope nothing happens. Seems to be a lot going on in the Middle East with Iran and Israel, and who knows what they got cooking up over there. Just absolutely crazy. So I think that is going to play a big part on risk appetite, and I'll show you what I mean by that with the charts here in a second on what happens during this week and what we should be looking at. Finishing the week last week, a bunch of big moves for the dollar. Gold really turned around here. We've been in just a crazy uptrend, making all-time highs here. This was the former all-time high. We are way up there, right? So I don't know if we're going to make it down to former all-time highs here. This was December's. And then here is our second level. So it looks like we're getting some strength out of the dollar. Big time. So, if this turns around, it's going to be a pretty big deal. So now if we look at, I'm going to take off the moving average, the envelopes here, and price is really broken down. This is GBPUSD, and you can see the same pattern across the board. Now, we had CPI data, which was a huge mover. That was this big rejection. And again, I talk about this all the time. We have a false breakout, and a false breakout typically leads to a breakdown. So from a technical aspect, this is our false breakout. Here comes the breakdown, and you can see this is very uniform across the board. This was EURUSD. Here's our false breakout, right ahead of CPI inflation last week. And how many people do you think got long right there, waiting for us to break higher? And that wasn't the case. Now, a lot of this is due to, the dollar is a risk-off asset. At least right now it is. With things looking the way they are in the Middle East, and, if I'm bringing that up, we might as well just have a peek at oil. Have it on one of these watch lists here. Maybe it's on this one. Pull back quite a bit. Pretty bit. It doesn't look as significant right now, but pretty decent pullback for US oil. So, but the big movers, are these dollar pairs in a very, very big way. And I think the main driver of that is the fact that we have everything that's going on.
Videos?
Yeah, so the big thing we're looking at for the dollar here is what I'm going to be looking for this week is some sort of, this is where the moving average and the envelopes come into play, is now looking for opportunities to get in now that this has been well established for us to get in on a pullback here, right? So we just had these big breakdowns on GU, which I've already kind of discussed. But if we can get in on a pullback here, this is going to be huge for us. So we have GU, dollar CAD, which is of course going the complete opposite direction. Now, if you favor the longs, now there's always something I like to do. It's called look left, right? It sounds easy. Most people forget to do it, and you can see we still have some structure to the left over here, right? So we're gonna be looking for us to hit in somewhere around here, these levels for a pullback, right? So at the moment, from this high to the low, we are approaching, we're already past the 78.6. And I would be looking for this kind of zone right in here, which is what I call my quote unquote kill zone, and that's exactly what I'm going to look for. So bunch of good setups this week. Specifically though, staying tuned to geopolitical news, see how that really drives the market. Hopefully things chill out. Nobody wants war, so that's all there is to it, except minus a few people in charge. But you can see how, I hate to say in charge, but running the show, unfortunately. But you can see how this goes up and down and very range bound. S&P dropped off, so this could be the start of a major turnaround in the market. It doesn't look good. So hopefully this doesn't come to pass, but we'll see. So we got a nice high here on gold, and I don't expect it to go straight down from here. The question is where is it finally gonna find some support? So let's have a great week, everybody, and we appreciate you all. Top one, we got some big things dropping here very shortly, including Trade Locker, so it's gonna be massive. So let's have an awesome week. Adios.